Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Wilson on the stop. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 35.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he stopped immediately there. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Third down.
Bigsby once more. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Smith catches left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Steelers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
looking to put a drive together.
Get 300. 318.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hey, 26.
Running left, it's Warren. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
319. 26.
And they'll run it here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Back more. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 11 now. On the give, it's Warren. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Rodgers with a keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1.
18. Hey, take 26.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to them a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fighting his way through contact. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 38 now. Here's second down at 7.
88, 88, 18.
A handoff for Warren. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Number 50, hey, you block over here. Hey, 88, 88, 88. Look again.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
58.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
18.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run it. Warren. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
18.
And they take a knee. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down.
18. Over. Jump out!
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
58. Boom. Look again.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
319.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Warren. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Here's a big one. It's fourth and goal.
Back north. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here we go. The noise deafening. Fourth and goal.
Look at the 8.
Going quickly out to the right side. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. Rodgers wants to change the look.
His kick is good. That's the score. Steelers 14, Eagles 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
This is 1st and 10.
Don't touch that. Go Silver, ready? Kyle up, Yanni.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete. Goddard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
They'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll come up now on second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Don't touch that. Crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni.
Back to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Try. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's a gain of 28
Absolutely
yards.
ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. He's back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Eagles are going to be set up at a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Eagles first down.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up first and 10 here.
We don't going. Better than 58. Jim. Inside.
Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone